This video is just to share with you guys that you deserve to be in relationships with people who care how you feel. You deserve to be in relationships with people who care how you feel. And to the extent that you don't know this, you will be in relationships where you could be really unhappy and make excuses for the guy or the woman. Make excuses for them. Try to figure out how to be okay with it, how you can cope with it. You might develop different coping strategies like emotionally bonding to your children in an inappropriate way called parentifying your children, drinking a little more, taking medication, spending more time with your friends or at work, or not wanting to come home at all. Home is supposed to be a safe place, a nurturing place. And the people that we're in our most intimate relationships with are supposed to be like people we look forward to seeing, who get us, and around them we feel as good or better than we do on our own. Not pushed away or squished down or trapped or neglected. If you're in a relationship with a person who is emotionally avoidant or walled off, you might start adopting these different strategies of, well, I'll let them do their thing while I do my thing. I'm going to just shut down. Or I'm just going to escape to my children, my wine, my friends, my work, my hobbies, my travels. I might start fawning. How can I get through to you? How can I get you to love me? How can I be a better spouse? What do you need from me? And get no answers. Are you mad at me? Get no answers, because they don't even know what they're feeling. Are you mad at me? No answers. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at, no, I'm not mad at you, like that. Or you might just fight, like, I'm just pissed off because I don't like how this relationship is going. That's probably the best thing, and get the hell out of there, because I spent 25 years in a marriage like that with a really great guy who adored me, but he was emotionally walled off. They don't have to hit you, okay? They don't have to hit you for it to be neglectful. It can just be that they don't know how you feel because they don't know how they feel. It's actually very sad. It's actually very sad for the walled off person, because the only way, see, children are very loving and open. If you see little babies, they smile at everyone. They clap, clap, clap. They want to engage. They cry and they laugh and they have little friends. Even little boys hold hands with other little boys, unless it's beat out of them, shamed out of them. If I see someone walled off, I know their parents were neglectful or shamed them for having feelings. So children are smart. I just won't feel. Feeling isn't safe. Feeling isn't welcome, or they were never shown love. And so they're nice people, but they go around walled off, and now you're in a relationship with them. And most of these people will never change. The grandiose people, they will never change because they don't have a problem. Hell, they don't have a problem. I don't know why you have a problem. I don't have a problem. And I don't feel why should, you have a problem. I don't get why you have a problem. So, and the thing is, being in a relationship with someone walled off is very traumatizing, especially if you're a healthy person who likes intimacy. It's very traumatizing. It will look like this. If you look up things on your phone, what to text the guy, how to get the girl, you may be a person who's a fawner. You may be doing fawning. You may be in a fawning position. I'm not saying you always fawn, but you may be in a fawning position. And you got to look at that, because healthy people want to be with people who want to be around them and who want to be intimate with them and who want to connect with them. But a fawning position would be, how can I get you to text me? What do I have to do to make you like me? If I just show you, if I just do these things, then you will like me. if I can just say the right thing, you will understand what you need to do so we can be closer. If I just, the women who get the breast implants and the facelifts, if I just do these things, my husband will stop cheating or he will love me more. If I just, win this beauty contest or get these clothes, he will love me, he will notice me. That's different from I want to be attractive for him. It's like, I need to get this guy to love me, and these are my strategies. I need to get this girl to text me back. And then you get to be in a fawning position, like trying to get somebody's love or approval. And it happens in marriages all the time. And I'm speaking from personal experience. It can just be a little bit too, hey, it can just be a little bit like, hey, I would love to take a trip with you. And my husband saying, no, I don't want to. We got to take the kids. That's a mini one to a domestic violence abuser. They're all forms of neglect, and the fawning person stays because they don't even realize that they're being neglected. That's the part. So if someone were to ask me, what was your part in your marriage ending, I would just say I stopped fawning. I stopped fawning. That's what happened. I stopped fawning. I stopped fawning. And where did the fawning come from? And mine was a mini fawn, by the way, because I'm like very independent. Mine was a mini fawn. I got it from observing my mother. This is like all things that are coming to me lately. And I think that's why I like taking these therapist courses, because I'm like, I got to figure myself out here, because you don't know what you don't know. I adored my mother, and she was very codependent. And my stepmother, I adore my stepmother, and she's very codependent. So I just saw that's how you are with men. You try to please them and get their attention, and try to get their attention, and try to get their love, and try to earn their love. It's not just freely given. I kept thinking, I couldn't figure it out because I kept thinking my dad loved me. So why am I have this weird thing with these unavailable men? But it was observing. So I'm trying to make a video that's helpful for you guys. So if you can think about, how did I see my parents interacting? How did my mother behave towards men? How did my father behave towards women? And even though you swore you would never do that, you're probably doing that. You're modeling your parents or reacting against your parents. The problem with that is that it can cause a lot of pain, a lot of very unhappy relationships. And in a healthy relationship, it's a partnership. Between friends for sure, but even in an opposite sex relationship, it's a partnership. You may have different roles, but no one person should be chasing the other. There's some unhealthy dynamic if there's a person that's controlling, manipulating, withholding, or chasing, and it all comes from their own pain from childhood. So anyway, I hope that this video is helpful to you guys, because if you're like looking up videos on YouTube, like how to get the girl, how to get the guy, what to text the guy, you're chasing. And chasing means you could be looking for a strategy that works to get someone's attention. But a healthy person who deserves to be in your life doesn't need to be chased. They're happy to be there. They're happy to love you. They're happy to love you. If there are things that are important to you, like your religion, your spiritual beliefs, your personal development, things that are important to your core, they love that. They're not telling you no. If you go to your partner or your friend or the person you want to date and say, I would like to do this is important to me, they listen, they care. They're not going to say no. They're not going to say no. They're going to say yes. They're going to say yes. It's going to feel fulfilling. It's not going to be like someone you have to chase. But if you saw people chasing growing up, you might become a chaser. If you saw one parent raging at the other growing up, you might become a rager, especially when you feel unloved. I think that our parents actually are a great source of insight, and unfortunately, it can take many years to see the pattern, but for a lot of people, it's about learning to receive, like deserving to receive. People that are entitled and grandiose are probably not watching my videos. You don't have to worry about being entitled or grandiose. It's like, it's about being equals, you know? Emotionally equals. Emotionally equals with people who care. And with my bookkeeping clients, I practice that now. If someone contacts me for a bookkeeping appointment without giving me all the information I asked for, I don't even reply anymore. Because I'm like, I'm nice. I'm only going to reply to people who are nice to me. I don't have to teach you a lesson for not saying it the right way. I don't have to try to answer you or teach you or help you if you're helpless. Like, just be a whole person. If you want to be in my life, you need to be a whole person who wants to engage with me. And people who don't want to engage with me, if people who don't want to engage with you are attractive to you, there's your first red flag. I'm going to give you some red flags. You're attracted to people who are mean to you. That's a red flag. You're attracted to people who hit you. It's a huge red flag. You might not know it, okay, because you're used to that growing up. If you're attracted to people who hit you, that's a huge red flag. If you're attracted to people who blow you off or ghost you, that's a huge red flag. If you're attracted to people who neglect you, invalidate you, don't care how you feel, control you, manipulate you, those are red flags.